Buddy, where did you go? Buddy, come here.
Imagine turning around for just 1 second and your entire world vanishes. Most people think they are safe in their own neighborhood, but Sarah was about to learn that evil doesn't always hide in the shadows. Sometimes it's watching you from plain sight. It was a picture-perfect morning, the kind of golden sunrise that makes you feel like nothing can go wrong. Sarah and her loyal German shepherd, Max, were enjoying their daily ritual. But as they turned onto a quiet, rain-slicked residential street, the atmosphere shifted. The silence wasn't peaceful anymore. It was heavy. Suddenly, the screech of tires shattered the air. A black van slid into view, blocking their path. Before Sarah could even scream, 2 masked figures lunged. In a chaotic blur of violence, they tore the leash from her hands. Max struggled, his desperate barks echoing against the brick walls as he was forced into the dark void of the van. Sarah chased them until her lungs burned, screaming his name into the cold air, but the van vanished. She collapsed under a flickering streetlight, clutching a broken leather leash, the only thing left of her best friend. But as the police began to dig into the security footage, Sarah realized this wasn't a random crime. The kidnappers knew exactly where she would be. The investigation moved with heart-pounding speed. As Sarah sat in the dimly lit police station watching the grainy CCTV footage, her blood ran cold. The way the van had waited, the way the driver looked toward the camera, it felt personal. Detectives tracked a GPS signal to a desolate warehouse on the edge of the city. Sarah insisted on being there. She couldn't breathe until she knew if Max was still alive. As the tactical team prepared to breach the rusted doors, the tension was suffocating. Crash! The doors gave way. Flashlights sliced through the darkness, revealing rows of cages. And there, in the corner, Sarah saw those familiar, intelligent eyes. Max was shivering, terrified, but alive. As the police tackled the suspects to the ground, the lead criminal's mask was ripped away. Sarah gasped, her heart shattering all over again. It wasn't a stranger. It was someone she had trusted, someone who had been in her home. The betrayal cut deeper than the theft ever could. The courtroom was silent as the sentence was read. The man who had put Sarah through a living hell stood in handcuffs, his arrogance finally gone. In a desperate, pathetic moment, he turned toward Sarah, tears streaming down his face, begging for mercy. "I was desperate," he whispered. "Please forgive me." The room held its breath. Sarah looked at the man, then down at Max, who sat protectively by her side. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. With a voice of pure steel, she looked her betrayer in the eye and said, "You didn't just steal a dog. You stole my peace, and some things can never be forgiven." As the courtroom was silent as the sentence was read. The man who had put Sarah through a living hell stood in handcuffs, his arrogance finally gone. In a desperate, pathetic moment, he turned toward Sarah, tears streaming down his face, begging for mercy.